Good morning, everyone. So let's wait a moment. So the project that I'm going to present to you today, we had a session yesterday where we started to brainstorm about what this exactly might look like. I don't think we've closed in on any answers yet. So what I'm going to talk to you about now is an idea that we have, and we still have to refine it quite a bit. So for those of you that are interested in interprovincial migration of immigrants and you study retention, recruitment, etc., the 2010 report that came out from CIC, for most of Canada, maybe didn't have a huge impact, but there were quite literally trembles that went across Atlantic Canada when the statistic came out that 49% of our provincial nominees are retained. So this was from 2010, and as you can imagine, each of the provincial ministers that was responsible for immigration in Atlantic Canada was sending emails to the deputy ministers, ADMs, etc., thinking, what's going on? Why are we only able to retain half of the immigrants that are supposed to be coming, provincial nominees that are supposed to be coming? So this report sort of prompted the government of New Brunswick to talk to me a little bit about what we can do with this number to make it more tractable and useful for provincial policy. Because what we have here is a useful piece of information, but it's only one piece of information. So it, first of all, aggregates Atlantic Canada, the 4 provinces, into one. So for provinces, that doesn't necessarily work well. Second, it has stated destination as well as actual destination. So this measures the gap between people that said they wanted to go to Atlantic Canada and those that actually did. That is interesting, but for provincial policy to actually enact recruitment and retention policies, especially retention policies, if somebody never comes to the region, it's not really fair to get on the case of settlement societies for them not staying, right? And this happens. People state that they're going to go to New Brunswick and never touch foot on soil. So, 2 problems for provincial government. So what I did instead is I started to work with some people at Statistics Canada on the longitudinal immigrant database, which many of you probably have heard me babble on about over the past 2 days. And what I did was I started to look at specific retention trajectories of citizenship groups. So this is probably not the one that's immediately going to jump to mind in terms of relevance, but this looks at the retention trajectories of immigrants from the Netherlands to New Brunswick. The purple cells denote the counts of people that are in the province before they land, and all of the other cells denote landing retention trajectories. So the top left corner where you see 2005 and 2005, we have a number of 15. What that says is that 15 Dutch immigrants landed in New Brunswick in 2005. If you follow that row along, you can look at what proportion of them are staying in the province. So 15 in 2006, we get a bump from 2007, and these are all randomly rounded. And then it stays at 20, 25, 20. So small numbers. But for New Brunswick, it seems like our retention rates are a heck of a lot better than 49%, at least for Dutch immigrants. There are other groups that are worse, much worse. And even more so, it looks as though we might be recruiting some immigrants that land in other provinces and subsequently move to New Brunswick. So the province was very interested in this, and they were particularly interested in other provinces as well, in other groups as well. So what we're proposing to do for Atlantic Canada is provide information like this on an interactive, iterative basis with representatives from each of the four provinces, providing the information that settlement societies and provincial governments need to work on their policies and work on recruitment and retention. Thank you.